The Cracker Barrel shareholder lawsuit should start with the CEO's bank statements. You know, because I did the Todd Herman Show radio shows for all those years and still continue to do it, obviously, Todd Herman Show radio shows, I lived in a world where we talked about living the brand. This is something we used to say in music radio, and I worked in music radio for a very brief period of time. But if you're going to be successful in music radio, it's important that you live the brand. So if you have an ACR station, you need to be able to communicate with the ACR audience by hanging out with them. And if you're running a country music station, you need to be able to learn to hang out with country music fans and get to know them. Living the lifestyle means you're being genuine, particularly if you're an on-air personality. Now, if you're in sales or management, maybe that's a little bit different unless you're a program director, and then you need to be able to speak with them in ways that they will understand. So much about what happened at Cracker Barrel indicates to me that this is no longer understood or even cared for, which is why I say in the upcoming lawsuit, the shareholder lawsuit, and there's got to be one, they should start with the CEO's bank records because of the glasses she wore. Literally, the glasses she wore mapped up to an in-depth insider analysis into her moves to, quote, refine the brand of Cracker Barrel. So let me explain this in just a second. I actually had a chance to talk with my friend Zach Abraham about this. Zach is the Chief Investment Officer of Bulwark Capital Management at KnowYourRiskRadio.com. He sits on some boards. He thinks the board of Cracker Barrel should be fired for what they've done, and he agrees with me that the lifestyle thing is very, very important. Your lifestyle is important to you. What's going on in our country is the battle for the existence of the American economy as a dominant force or as a subservient force. You are on a precipice. And if you're about to retire, if you're 5, 10, even 15 years from retirement, you would really be a silly goose. That's a technical phrase, a silly goose. If you didn't take Zach up on his free opportunity to have a no-obligation series of meetings where he will give you a second opinion on your retirement plan. You will end these 3 meetings understanding what Zach thinks you are at, where you're at in terms of getting to retirement. Are you exposed to too much risk? Are you being actively managed? Because active management portfolios can reduce risk and volatility. So go find out. Go to knowyourriskpodcast.com. That's knowyourriskpodcast.com. Investment advisory services offered through Trek Financial LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. Investments involve risk and are not guaranteed. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Trek 25-252. The upcoming lawsuit should start with the glasses and then the bank account. Here's why I say that. It was a fascinating dynamic to see Twitter users see the glasses of the CEO of Cracker Barrel, Julie Fells-Massino, and based upon that, say the brand is in trouble. Those glasses are a uniform for many, many people. They're the uniform of wanting to be on MSNBC as a commentator. They're the uniform of smart glasses as a leftist thinker. Leftism and brands like Cracker Barrel cannot coexist because the brand Cracker Barrel was built around a 1920s nostalgic memory of the United States of America. Leftism does not like the United States of America, particularly not back in the 1920s or in the founding era. They want to envision the future unburdened by the past in Kamala Harris gibberish. So people saw the glasses and they said this will end poorly. There's the 14% stock dip. The glasses were the indicator. I'm saying her personal bank account is what the lawsuit should really dig into. And it's not even the big money she makes. That's Cracker Barrel. I want to see her last 5-year bank records, debit cards and credit cards. I want her entire spending pattern for the last 5 years because I have a theory. There's an investor, his name is Sardar Biglari, and this comes from Fox Business News. Arsen Namani wrote a great article that this guy is a major investor in Cracker Barrel. He also happens to own Steak and Shake. He warned the board this is going to be catastrophic. He responded to Julie Fell's memo. She was reviewing a transformation plan, strategic transformation to, quote, refine the brand. He came out and said, no, the brand's fine. What we need is a turnaround. We've got a broken board, not a broken company. Cracker Barrel's not broken, the board is. He warned the company about a coming catastrophe. He actually created a 120-page PowerPoint slide deck with a presentation titled Cracker Barrel is in Crisis, in red. This was on October 24th, 2024. For an investor to spend his time creating something like this and then to be ignored is extraordinary. This is why I think the lawsuit will happen. The CEO and the board rejected Sardar Biglari's criticism, and he published another slide deck warning again about the catastrophe that was to come. And now we know the catastrophe came. The stock is dumped. People have woken up to the fact that this is a woke company and it's going to continue to harm them unless they fire the board of the CEO and apologize for losing their way. So why her bank accounts? I've been to Cracker Barrel maybe 3 times. It's okay food. It's not my thing. I like the interior. I think it's funky. I like the sense of nostalgia. That I like. It's just not my bag for food. Or is it hers? I'm going to bet. I don't know this to be the case, and I don't want to risk bearing false witness, so I'm not going to say it's true. But I'm willing to bet if you went back to her last 5-year bank records and spending records, do you think she was a big fan of Cracker Barrel? You think she likes comfort foods? If you're looking to her spending patterns, do you think you'd see anything that supports a nostalgia for historic America? Or do you think you'd find the opposite? Someone who disdains the historical America, who disdains the founding, who can't wait to drag Cracker Barrel into modern society where they also shun all things not invented before 2020.